enjoy it, and I enjoy working with the other folks on the board. We have a very good board, very diverse, but we have a lot of fun, and we all get along pretty well. But we serve the functions of what the board is supposed to serve. So thank you all for coming tonight. This is the annual meeting of the Greater Baldwinsville Chamber of Commerce / 50th anniversary celebration. So we really appreciate you being here with us tonight. The Greater Baldwinsville Chamber of Commerce as an entity was incorporated 50 years ago today, December 7th, 1971. From what I know, what? Did I say the wrong year?
Oh, wait a minute, no, I can't add.
Yeah.
So I work with numbers all day, but I could be wrong. I'm not real good with them. Tina's much better. Yeah. 71. I don't want to date anybody with your birthdays, but okay. So 71. From what I know, the chamber existed prior to that, but not as an incorporated entity, but existed as the Junior Chamber of Commerce or something of that sort. So, so thank you all for coming. Before we go any further, I have to say a huge thank you to Abbott's and Alice and the crew wherever they are.
Great job. Yes,
thank you. The food is wonderful. Thank you so much. The cider. So if you haven't had a drink, you know, help yourself. There's the cash bar. You know, it's always a little bit of a challenge to find space to hold people, and there's a few empty seats, but we had several more people registered, just whatever happened. So we appreciate you guys being here. A couple things to know. I just wanted to make note of this. They couldn't be here tonight, but last week at our luncheon, the Greater Liverpool Chamber of Commerce had presented us with a certificate and plaque to acknowledge our 50 years as a chamber. So thank you to them. That was very nice of them. We also got a this is the most official thing I've ever seen in relation to the chamber. New York State Assembly citation. Oh. I guess I'll read it, because why not? Just bear with me. Whereas it is the sense of the citizens of the 120th Assembly District to honor and pay tribute to the organizations in our midst that play an integral role in shaping and serving our communities. And whereas the Greater Baldwinsville Chamber of Commerce in Baldwinsville is one such organization that since it was established in 1971 has been a pillar of the Greater Baldwinsville community and of Onondaga County. And whereas, etc., you get the point. But a nice recognition of our 50th anniversary from Assembly Minority Leader Will Barkley.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Thanks for that. So I greatly appreciate him sending that. But what I appreciate most in the political realm, and this is political as we're going to get tonight, is we have one local politician who supports us more than anyone else in the local community, attends most all of our events and lunches, is very visible, very easy to talk to, always lends a listening ear and wants to know what's going on. So I'd just like to bring up real quick Mr. Ken Bush.
I'll keep mine quick, but I just wanted to compliment what the state had to say. The Onondaga County Legislature recognizes the Greater Baldwinsville Chamber of Commerce for 50 years of service to its community. And I got to tell you, Baldwinsville is a dynamic, wonderful place to live and work and be from, to be a part of. And I'm just thrilled that I have that opportunity to do it in the county legislature. And this is just a little memento of our appreciation of what you do for this part of Onondaga County. Thank you.
But I feel like maybe I'll
I don't, but well, I do. I have kids visiting, and friends of ours, kids are coming. They'll stay with us this weekend, so they're for free. I love that stuff.
And as both a resident and a business person and a member of the chamber board, it really is. I feel like Beeville's a unique place to live and work. It's a growing, thriving community of people and businesses, but somehow we still maintain that small village feel and connection, and I think that's, you know, the people that are in this room are kind of like the core of the people that really engage with the chamber overall as well. So just appreciate everybody being here. I'd be remiss if I didn't say a huge thank you and recognize our immediate past executive director, Marianne Williams. So the chamber's existed for 50 years, obviously. I have been on the board going on 7 years now, I think. So do the math on what percentage that is of the existence. But when I came on board, Marianne had started in the executive director role probably 6 months prior, give or take. Gina Tonello's here, former board member as well. And I feel like we had a big task as the director and as the board to kind of take the chamber to a new level, if you will. I don't know what the right words are, but you know, there were some things that just hadn't been kept up with, and I feel like with Marianne's leadership over the last 6-7 years plus, and the collection of the community members we've had on the board, we've brought in some new events. We've taken some events that have existed and made them even better. And I just enjoy that every day we're doing something to impact our membership in the community, but also the community at whole. Whether you're a member or not, I feel like you benefit from the things that we do. So I just really want to say thank you to Marianne. Working with you for all those years is awesome. I won't put you on the spot to say anything unless you really want to, but just thank you for your service.
I will tell you the big surprise in that job, I never expected to make so many friends. And that is probably, and it just, anywhere I go in Beeville, I know people. And most of them I don't know. There's a few not. But no, and it's interesting. And it's interesting because I have lived, I've lived a number of places, and when people look at things that I share about Beeville, they say, that has got to be the coolest place to live.
It really is. It is. I'll second that one.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And that's a great segue into our current leadership. I'm not going to ask her to come up and talk yet, because I have a few more things to say. Don't know me, I like to talk a little bit, but you know, we had the task. First time any of us on the board had to tackle this was Marianne decided to take a position with a long-established business in the community, Seneca Savings. So I love that she's there. I personally and professionally bank with them, and it's nice to be able to still see her almost every day and maintain that friendship. So we started on this search for a new executive director. And I got to tell you, the applications we got were kind of all over the place, age ranges, backgrounds, you name it. And we interviewed our current director, Miss Lauren Russett, was the first interview we did. And those of us that sat in on the interview process, the hiring process, thank you to Janice McDonald and Tina Solomon. Lauren really just set the bar for what we were looking for. And I felt really bad for those who had to interview after her. And for those of you who don't know, at the time she interviewed, Lauren was only 21 years old. And I don't have my history on this, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say she's probably the youngest executive director of the chamber in 50 years. But her preparation, her knowledge of what the chamber does, her knowledge of the Baldwinsville community, the ideas that she had to further our mission as a chamber and connect further with the community. I think we were all blown away, to put it simple. And Lauren has her own business in town, PR Consulting. She's a guru of all things social media, marketing, et cetera, which most of us probably lack on our board. So she's been able in a short time to kind of take what we've built together over the last 6-7 years, and there's things that she can just kind of take and run with that takes a lot of onus off the board, what we have to do. So if you haven't met Lauren yet, I think you all probably have. Please make sure to take some time to introduce yourself, get to know her. She is young and vibrant and energetic, and she voluntarily applied for this position, probably not knowing the craziness of all the personalities on our board. But thank you to Lauren for what you've done in a short time here in the last 6 months. And give me a couple minutes, I'll bring you up to you to talk about your part. So just want to make sure everybody knew who you were and what's going on. A Beeville graduate, et cetera, et cetera. So,
she had the best math teacher ever, which was my husband. I didn't do so well in that one.
Well, we were, I don't know, I just saw her trying to count raffle tickets a few minutes ago. Yeah, it didn't go so well. So, you know, I'm really happy we can do this. Last month we had our first in-person luncheon we've had since the pandemic started. Last year we couldn't have an in-person annual meeting. I think we did it on Zoom. Honestly, my recollection of it is pretty slim. Yeah, all of our events, our lunches, our coffee talks. We couldn't have the Beeville Big Chill last year. We did it as a virtual event, and that's our biggest fundraiser of the year. So to not be able to host that in what it typically is, it's been a tough go for the chamber to stay solvent and have money available since we started. He's not here tonight, but I would like to thank Len from Stardance Industries, who is our landlord at the chamber office. He graciously gave us several months of rent relief to help us continue to be able to exist. Basically, we were that tight on money. So he's been phenomenal to work with. If you don't know, our office is on the 2nd floor above Timeless Tattoo at 36 Oswego Street. We were fortunate to be the recipient of some PPP money that helped us continue to go, because this chamber only receives funds from our membership dues at the insane price of $110 a year. We have roughly 220 members, and then in order to pay our bills and do what we do in the community, provide a $1,000 scholarship every year. Big Chill helps fund Rotary, who's our partner in that event, and they use a lot of that for their backpack program at the schools. On down the list, it's just been tough to have that same impact in the community since this all started. We're getting back to some of that, and so I just appreciate both the board and the membership kind of sticking with us through some times where we couldn't do what we normally do as a chamber to bring business people together, provide opportunities for networking, promoting the business, etc. So it's great to be here. Just want a real quick rundown of some of the things we've been doing, and then I'll bring Lauren up to talk. So we have, a couple years ago, we resurrected the Taste of Beeville, which 2019 we had a super successful event, few thousand people at least, probably 3,000 to 4,000. We could not have that last year along with the Big Chill. So we were able to this summer, or at the end of September, we had our second iteration of the Taste of Beeville. By all accounts, a huge success. We made lots of money. All the vendors made money. Everybody was pretty happy. We just started in-person luncheons again last week. Canal Side Cafe. Chef Eric there does a phenomenal job. So we will continue to do our monthly lunches. So look out for those invitations and email and on Facebook. We've been doing in-person coffee talk for a while now. So if you or anybody you know in town wants to host a coffee talk or a luncheon, let us know. Coffee talk is just very informal. We get together, we mingle, we drink coffee, and we're like, oh, it's the first time I've been in this business. You learn all about it. So whoever hosts is just an opportunity to showcase what you're doing in the community. I don't know what else we do. So we do have the Beeville Big Chill coming up. This year it's going to be on Saturday, January 29th. We've already got approval from the village. We've already got a lot of things rolling in that. On every table, there's at least one packet about sponsorship opportunities. So if you or somebody you know would like to provide a sponsorship, we start at the low, low price of $100 so that anybody who wants to participate and engage can do it, all the way up to $2,000. And that will be, you know, the plunge team sign up, they go on the icy river. Some of our board members and business owners here in the room have done it before. That goes in conjunction with our Best in Bowl competition, a little showcase of some of our local eateries and what they do. And then that evening we have a pub crawl around the village, usually 8 or so establishments, give or take. And that usually brings out about 400 to 500 people that evening. So we're just really excited to get back to in-person events, which also means for the chamber we can generate a little income to remain solvent and continue to have an impact on our community, continue to support our local small businesses. And those are all the reasons why each of us volunteer our time to be on this board. I think most of us live or work or both in this community, and we wouldn't spend the time on the board if we didn't believe in what we were doing and what this community offered. So before I turn it over to Lauren, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to my fellow board members, Tina Solomon. Tina has a financial practice in town, financial advisor to
That's
America.
why I say the name, because that's what he does.
Sorry. I would say Tina's the second best financial advisor. Reality is she's probably first, and if Sean Becker from Rotary was here, he'd probably argue with both of us. And Melanie Randolph, Your Windows to the World, has her own business. Who else? Janice McDonald, probably the longest tenured employee at Seneca Savings. I don't know, 35 years. I don't know if anybody else is here. But the other board members that currently serve are Andy Levine, owner of Apparel Brothers, Kyle Proya, owner of Timeless Tattoo. Who am I missing? Is that it? We recently had 2 members resign from the board, fulfilled their time commitment, and you know, sometimes life, work, etc. takes away from some of the time and energy you have to do things. So I wish they were here, and but a huge thank you to 2 past members, Renee Upfold of La Tresse Salon, who's been on the board for several years, and Angela Antonello from Fashion Rescue 911. Did I miss anybody? Okay. And so once, we'll get into a little bit, I think Lauren's going to cover this, but we do have to do a little bit of voting on officers for the year. But anything that we do, it's a group effort, it's a collaborative effort. We all pull our weight. We all have specialties and connections and so on and so forth that we bring to the table. So thank you to the board, because especially the Beeville Big Chill and the Taste of Beeville are very large endeavors that take a lot of planning, a lot of time, and a lot of effort. And there's no way that Lauren could do it or I could do it. We all do it together, which to me is really what this community is all about. Whether people are on our board or not, we have business owners that readily jump in and volunteer their time to help pull these events off. So thank you. I'm excited. We're at 50 years. I hope I'm not still talking in 50 years when we do this again. But if I am, it's okay. Thank you for being here, and I'll bring up Lauren Russett, the Executive Director, to say some things. Before you do, you want to draw the Does anybody want 50-50? Last call. So what we're doing is we're going to draw the first ticket for the money, the 50-50. Keep your tickets because we have several items here. Actually, real quick. I'd just like to say thank you to those that donated raffle prizes for tonight. Seneca Savings. Thank you, Janice and Angelo, for being here. We have a very nice, comfortable-looking blanket to curl up with at night, watch your favorite show, or watch PAC-B TV. That's right. A little Christmas ornament from Seneca Savings. I'm very biased, but I love Seneca. They are so supportive of everything we do. So thank you to you guys. We have 3 gift certificates from Timeless Tattoo, each $100 value. So if you're looking for that new tattoo, or maybe you have a loved one, there's an opportunity to win those. We have a little combo raffle. Thank you to Robin Mack, owner of Sweet Dream Candy Shop. A little candy gift basket in conjunction with a $25 gift card for Fashion Recipe 911. So if you get that, you get both of those items.
He's got $300.
We have a large, this is all car cleaning stuff. This is from my business, Heritage Insurance. I just like the card tote because on the front it says, get your shift together. Oh. Cars. So that's all very nice quality car cleaning stuff. And then a huge thank you to our friends at the Baldwin Volunteer Center for this very nice gift basket. Let's see what's in there. We got a bottle of wine. Looks like a Beeville throw pillow. Little jar. There's all sorts of stuff in here. It looks very. You'll be happy to get this one. So thank you to our friends from the Volunteer Center for putting that together and for being here tonight. So Lauren's not quite ready. Okay.
Sorry, it's my fault.
All right. Sorry. Gina threw a wrench in the plans. If you don't know Gina Tonello, she used to be on the board. Kind of her thing, throwing a wrench in the plans. No, I'm just kidding. Here, you talk. I'll rip those and then we'll draw them.
Just out of curiosity. So he goes, well, and I know he already knew what it was, but he scanned it.
It opened in November of 19.
And then I'll flip it.
Well, I needed to get a job, and I was there, and I looked there, and I got some. That's how I knew I could get it. What's the theater guild? Theater guild.
Lauren, I know most of you. It's been a great last few months, or almost a year now, since I took over from Mary Ann, and her organization in the office made it really easy for the transition. So I'm definitely very appreciative of her and the board for helping me get started. Still a learning curve because this is my first big chill working on, other than just helping with some of the marketing last year. Luncheons took a little bit to get going just because it's a lot to learn, all those little trinkets, but finally comfortable in the position and starting to get more time to kind of create some new ideas. Hopefully one of the goals and things I talked to Tina and Matt and Janice about during the interview is connecting with the high school more, because as Matt mentioned, I am pretty young, so I graduated only a few years ago, so I knew what it was like growing up here recently and seeing that a lot of the high schoolers don't really know of the business world that Baldwinsville offers, the opportunities that we do have. I know a lot of students look to go elsewhere, so I know one of my goals is to help kind of bridge that gap to keep more of our high schoolers local in the future after they graduate. It was really great talking to our scholarship winner this year and being able to kind of get more ideas from them. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas. I know Small Business Saturday was just over this past weekend. I wasn't in town, but I knew I wanted to make sure that the chamber got involved with our small businesses. So we did a website that's still live. You can get the link on our Facebook. And I think that's one of the great things about my tech background that kind of helped make something simple on my end, but I feel like it was definitely a great way for our community to see what some of our small businesses were doing this past weekend and are doing throughout the holiday season. So that website's going to be live throughout the new year, and you can check our Facebook for that. Tomorrow we're putting out a bid for our new website because we need a new website done. So look out also on Facebook for that. We're going to be taking bids. I know Matt mentioned I also run a PR firm, so all the bids are going to be going into Matt instead of me because I will be putting in a bid. So yeah, a lot of great things happening in the next couple months. I know I'm really excited about our luncheons and our coffee talks. We're getting pretty booked for the year, so if you want to host a coffee talk, I'd love to know about it soon so I can put you on the calendar. I know one of our first ones back is at Robin, so that was great. I know we've had some really awesome ones, so I'm very excited for that. We were supposed to have one this past month, but we had a slight change of plans, so I know Lou's Car Care will be one that we have very soon, which I'm looking forward to that. But a few more details about me. I know mainly for PAC-B's purpose. I also am the office manager for the Volunteer Center, which has been also a new change. I took the position right around the same time as the chamber job, so it's also my first Christmas Bureau season. So donations they're collecting right now this past weekend. And then I'm also a trustee at the Baldwinsville Public Library, which is also new. So, well, not really new anymore, but yeah, that's pretty much a little bit about me. I'm definitely excited. I'm open to as many tips and suggestions on how I can help uplift the chamber. So any ideas, anything like that, please send it my way. I love criticism and all that stuff, so send it on over. But yeah.
All right, let's draw 50-50. We'll get this started.
Very nice.
You know, the one thing I didn't mention for events, and Lauren and I were able to do this together last year, or this past year. Marion and I did it together last year. I think either last year or the year before was the first year the chamber participated. But every year for Halloween, everybody's familiar with the window painting project that Lysander Park and Rex puts on in the village. I'm sure other places do it, but I don't see or hear about it. So to have all these people come out, families, kids, grandparents, to paint windows for Halloween. So what we started doing as a chamber, I believe, was it last year, our first year, or was it 2 years ago? It was 2 years ago. So we started, in conjunction with that, coordinating the businesses to do a trick-or-treat event. And to me, it's awesome just because everybody comes out in costumes. It's a safe, socially distant way in today's new world to trick-or-treat. And you're going to places that you can feel good about. You're not having to knock on strangers' doors. But my favorite thing about it is it speaks to the mission of what we do as a chamber. We park our table right outside of the Titcomb Center, which anybody from Beeville knows where that is. But that's where Scott Northrup from State Farm, Angela from Fashion Rescue 911, the Caged Fish Escape Room, Pasta Recovery Consulting. There's several businesses in there. So we stand outside that door to the hallway to that building, handing out candy. And we go, oh, make sure you go in the building and see all the other businesses. People go, what do you mean? There's more businesses in here? That's exactly what we do. We provide opportunity for you to learn about our businesses, to support them, to promote them, and to network with other people. So that's just a fun event because everybody's dressed up and having a great time.
Let's face it, though, your favorite part is looking street and seeing me in my giant polo.
Absolutely, absolutely. Everybody comments on that too. So, you know, we're here to support small business, and part of that is raising money, soliciting sponsorships, et cetera, but at the end of the day, I think we're all passionate about our community, and bottom line, we have fun doing everything we do, and we do it together. So with that, did you buy 50/50? Okay, then I'll let you draw. I was gonna have one of the Abbott's folks draw, but so this will be the winning ticket for the 50/50
Good, Matt.
cash raffle, and then we'll draw the other ones.
No one can be mad at me.
Buy one, so I'll say. Hope it's my number.
187575.
That's me.
Oh, you know, we probably should have counted the money.
Before?
I have no idea how much you just won.
$4.
Lauren, just make sure you confirm that ticket number.
Right.
It's a little suspicious.
I know.
Anybody else not buy a ticket?
I didn't. I was looking at it.
Ms. Jamie Dudley, draw a ticket. This is for a $100 timeless tattoo gift certificate.
Ooh.
One 187594.
Whoever bought right before me.
Not I.
Got it.
Mr. or Mrs. Bush? Let me just make sure you got the right number. Perfect. All right. So what I'd really like to see is the chamber,
Beeville on your shoulder.
the chamber logo, something Beeville tattooed on Mr. Ken Bush. No, it's yours to do what you like with it.
Tina, you can have it.
Congratulations.
Tina, you can have it.
No.
Take it home.
Pass right out. Pass right out.
No, right out.
Within 5 seconds of being in the building, I think you passed out.
Take it home.
All right, draw another one. We'll do the Sweet Dream little candy gift with sunflower mug, combined with the Fashion Rescue 911 gift card and some little treats.
One 187-460. Ooh, Chrissy.
Is that Barb? 187-460. Perfect. Congratulations. All right.
You want to trade, don't you?
So, Mary Ann, the cash was $132, meaning half of that is real quick. Tina.
66.
Ooh, see, I told you she's good.
She did it early.
$66 to the winner. Congratulations, Mary Ann.
Well, maybe tomorrow at 10.
I don't think I didn't mention this, but we do 50-50 raffles at our luncheons and most of our events. And predominantly what we use the 50-50 money for is to fund our scholarship that we give away every year. We do a $1,000 scholarship to a local senior. They have to apply, they have to answer questions, they have to either be a chamber member, work for a chamber member, or be an immediate family member of a chamber member. I think that's all right. This money goes to a good cause and helps somebody pay for a little bit of their college. So I appreciate everybody contributing. So next we're going to bring up our treasurer to talk numbers real quick. Before we do that, we'll do what? We'll do another tattoo, another $100 tattoo.
Nope, not going here.
Yeah.
187527.
Anyone?
527. 527.
I don't know.
What did Sherry do? I don't think she did. Did you check yours?
527. Yes. Nobody?
Oh, wait.
527. Was it you?
Can you get my name? I yelled your name earlier and you just went whoosh. Sorry. I better confirm this because Steve's not very good with numbers. So.
Stacy's
I'm confirming.
Five, two, seven.
I just went back here and visualized how I'm going to put HHC somewhere and where, maybe on my toes or, you know.
You gotta-
But if I got to put Lauren, then I'll say you are. You just need to do just Lauren. Just Lauren. Do Lauren Taylor because then Taylor will feel happy. Somehow if I put Lauren, I'm going to take Robin Mack's suggestion and put that underneath of the word Lauren.
Put what underneath?
All right,
By me as long as I'm on there.
we got a handful more raffles. We still have food left. Help yourself. We still have cupcakes. I'm going to have Tina Solomon, our board treasurer, go over some of our numbers for the last year. And so Tina, take it away.
Hi, how are you? Good. My name's Tina Solomon, and I just figured out via text that Mr. Ken Bush knows my late father-in-law quite well, Mr. Bill Solomon, who was otherwise known as the King in Jordan Elbridge. They named the gym after him, so didn't make that connection previously, but did tonight. So I have been in Baldwinsville since the grill was here. If you remember the grill, the Beeville grill, right? I was in college and came to spend some time with my husband and actually was at the grill, probably illegally, I will tell you that. But I've been here for over 20 years. We've been married for 20 years. Our kids grew up here. He's a teacher at the high school. That was my first career, was a teacher. Loved teaching. Decided to make a change and do what I do now, which is teaching about money, and love it. And I love the community. Recently, a friend of mine came home that I've been friends with since we were 10 years old from California. And she was at the parade prior to COVID, and she literally stood there and said, "Oh my God, this is a Hallmark movie. I am in a Hallmark movie." She was at the parade and she loved it. She was hoping to come this year, but she wasn't able to. So I love the events that we do this year. I smartened up and I watched the parade from Shelley's window. I stayed inside, so that was really fun. As far as being part of the chamber, it's been great. I love everyone. Like you said, you just know people, you make friends. The Taste of Beeville this year was phenomenal. We couldn't have asked for better weather. One of my favorite things, I don't know if you're on Facebook, but Timeless Tattoo donated my kind of tattoo, which is the kind that just peel on and peel off with a little rubbing alcohol. It's my favorite. And I took pictures of people that had the tattoos, from kids to adults, and everybody loved it. I know a few people that were here that were on those posts, and it was just a lot of fun with the, you know, face painting and the bands and everything. So I'm really excited about the community, where we're going. As far as our financials, I could go through all the nitty-gritty with you. The reality of it is, obviously, it's COVID. We just came out of a pandemic. So financially, we're moving in the right direction, is the phrase that we like to use at our meetings, because this time last year we were in a deficit of about $10,000. And luckily, through Seneca Savings, we were able to apply for the PPP. Janice has been amazing with getting that taken care of and also getting approval, you know, so we don't have to pay that back, for getting that forgiven. So we're still a little bit in the red. We're about negative 5,000. So please, I will beg, please jump in the water in January. I've jumped in 3 or 4 times now. If you're looking for a cleansing, you don't need to put food in the blender to get cleansing. You can actually just jump in icy cold water and it just immediately cleanses you. It is a great event. It is so cold. And the worst part is, it'd be better if there's a dock where you could just jump off and get in, but your feet start freezing before you actually get into the submersion of the water. I don't even know if that's a word, but no. But I will say this.
It's not making you want to do that.
It is so much fun. Like Renee Newton has been on my team. Shelly has plunged with me. We have been the Rainbow Unicorn team. By the way, I was the only Rainbow Unicorn at the Turkey Trot this year. I figured, why be a turkey if you could be a Rainbow Unicorn? So I did do that. But it is a great event, and everybody's looking to get outside right now because we all need each other. We all need time together. We all rely on each other, and that's what I figured out is in Beeville, it's not just about your business, it's about how you promote other businesses. If I go and rescue 911 and buy one more piece of clothing, my husband will kill me. I am going in to buy my Christmas candy at the candy shop. Gina, I don't even think I've met you in person. I've just picked up jewelry from your front doorstep. You know, and Melanie, I've talked to you. I still got to get you in my house to do my drapes because I need you desperately. So it's this community that we rely on each other. And the events, you know, jumping in the river, obviously you don't have to do that, but come out for the event, the restaurants, the food is fantastic. Jeff Rogers has been a great part, and as well as, you know, the brothers at Pizza Man have been great about being involved in all of our activities. So we're very grateful. We are a little bit in the negative, so the more you can promote our activities, we're very gracious of that. Whether you're a plunger or you just come out for the day, bundle up. It does get pretty cold, but it is nice. It's
nice
really
in the tent, though.
It is nice in the tent, and if you don't want to come out in the morning, you can come out to the pub crawl, which is warm in every restaurant for the pub crawl. So come out to the pub crawl.
Free coffee and hot chocolate served by the Interact Club from the local high school.
Yes.
So.
Yes, and as well as for next year, we're very hopeful, obviously, depending on how everything goes, that the Taste of Beeville will continue to grow and do well. This year, we had to order the largest tent possible to hold that event. I mean, it was amazing the number of people that we came out. And obviously, again, like Lauren said, we're open to ideas. We're looking to grow. We're looking to make everything better for the community. So. We appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I know everybody has a lot going on as far as businesses and families and, you know, people getting sick. So we pray for everybody that might have been affected by this pandemic, and we pray for the future of all of our members and our businesses, that they can continue to grow. So again, just come out for the events. We love seeing everybody. So thanks a lot. Have a great night. I'll turn it back over to Governor Matt, and I'm sure
there is one GBCC signature event that we haven't even mentioned tonight, and we haven't mentioned it because we haven't been able to do it in a few years, but probably not our biggest event because it's limited on size, but our GBCC member showcase that we typically do in April at Anheuser-Busch. Obviously with COVID and restrictions, they have not been able to host us there. We're hopeful to get back there this April. That sells out quick. It's 34, 35 vendor tables. It's about 200 attendees. That's what the space can hold. So they've been a very gracious host over the years for that event. We're very fortunate to have InBev Anheuser-Busch in our backyard. So keep your eyes and ears open. We're hoping that they can host us this year and we can get back to doing that event as well. But the real underlying theme is just the lack of events means a lack of funding for us. So we just appreciate the support so much. We have had members who don't just pay the membership dues of $110. We have a patron level, which is basically just, I want to support the chamber in a bigger capacity. We've had some members just help donate or generate money. Seneca Savings did a little, I forget, maybe Jeans Friday or something like that, raise some money, donate it to the chamber to help us get through. We've had other businesses help us get through this tough time. And again, our landlord at 36 Oswego Street gave us rent relief for several months. So if you're looking for space, I believe there's still space available at 36 Oswego Street. I don't make a commission for selling that. But also, most people probably don't know, there's a third floor to that building. It used to be part of the Masonic Lodge. It's this big, grand, like, ballroom. It's currently under construction to be renovated and redone and host events. So, yes. It has like little balcony seats. It's beautiful. It's huge. That will be the next kind of up and coming space in the village available for rent for parties, events, etc., etc. So just keep an eye out for that as well. We'll help promote that when it happens, but he has been such a gracious landlord to work with, and it's helped us get through these tough financial times. So I'd have to thank Len Slutsky with Stardance Industries for his part in helping us get through this as well. So with that, the only other thing I think we have to cover is board director positions, right? So I think I have a handle on this. We have 3 current directors who have 1 year of their 2-year term left. So that would be Janice McDonald from Seneca Savings, Andrew Levine from Apparel Brothers, and Kyle Proya from Timeless Tattoo. We need to re-vote in Tina Solomon, who's our current treasurer, Melanie Randolph, who's our current secretary and does a wonderful job taking all of our notes at all of our meetings, and me, I guess, as president. And then we have a new board member that we all have to vote on. Hopefully we all agree. So as somebody who's voted on myself, I think Lauren should propose the votes. So to keep it simple, we're going to do, and everybody who here I believe is a member, so you all have voting right. So we're going to basically cast one ballot to vote Tina, Melanie, and myself back in for new 2-year terms. And then we will do a separate vote to vote in, hopefully vote in our newest board member. So do you want to, because you're the director and I have to be voted on, I believe you should ask for that motion.
This is where I need Nancy to tell me what to Robert through the order. What do I
Make a motion.
Yeah, make a motion to approve.
Okay, I make a motion to approve the 3 board members to continue: Tina Solomon, Melanie Randolph, and Matt Hunt. Is that it?
Yep, for
2-year terms for the board of directors for the Baldwinsville Volunteer Center.
Second. Or the chamber.
Yes,
chamber.
Wrong hat.
I haven't done that in a while.
I know, you're looking at Barb.
I was looking at her and I was like,
Yeah.
All right, for the Baldwinsville Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, motion by Lauren, second by Meg. Any discussion?
Thanks, Meg.
Later.
All in favor?
All in favor? I haven't done enough trustees meetings yet to know the process of this. I'm only on one board.
All opposed?
All opposed?
Abstentions.
Any abstentions?
Any extensions? What would I do with that?
Motion carried.
Motion
carried.
All right, congratulations to the 3 of us. And then we have a delightful new prospective board member.
I like your tone.
I said delightful.
Started, I love it.
So I'll let Lauren cast the ballot, or cast the.
Okay, I make a motion to, do I say elect?
Yes.
Elect Robin Mack to the board of directors for the Baldwinsville Chamber of Commerce
For 2-year term.
for a 2-year term.
Meg, second, okay.
Second.
Any discussion?
Any discussion? All opposed? All in favor?
Favor?
Aye.
No one abstained.
All opposed? Any extensions?
No, motion carried.
Motion carried.
Motion carried.
Okay,
Welcome to the
good.
board, Robin. in fairness, Nancy Howe has been a past board member who works with Meg at the Baldwin Public Library. The greatest public library in all the land, by the way. It's amazing. Our public library is such an asset to our community. It's awesome. So Nancy is the keeper of all things Robert's rules and all the proper way to do things. And without Nancy, we're a little lost, but she had to leave early tonight. So I appreciate Lauren handling the vote. So Robin, you're in for at least 2 years, if not 10. Looking forward to your service on the board. I'd also have to make it known, we have 2 open board positions. So I do have to ask if we have any nominations from the floor for those positions. It's okay if you don't. Okay. So if we're regularly seeking new board members, so I encourage you as membership, part of the way you can get engaged and involved with the chamber is maybe suggest somebody you think would be a good board member. We currently do not have a vice president. So again, I'll be serving in this role for at least the next 50 years. But we would welcome any nominations from our membership. And we just kind of look for diversification. So we don't want necessarily people that do the same thing as industry. We don't want another candy store owner. I don't think there is one, no.
We don't want no more candy stores.
But you know, that's the function of the board, is to make sure Lauren doesn't run crazy with ideas and money and whatever she wants to do. We have to approve things. We have to kick them around. So, you know, we currently have business owners, financial advisors. We have a good mix of people. So if there's anybody you know in the community, let any of us know on the board. Let Lauren know. BaldwinsvilleChamber@gmail.com. And we would welcome anyone who either wants to step forward and volunteer in that role for at least 2 years, or anyone that you think might be a good nomination from our community.
And anybody that knows how to keep more from spending their money, just let me know, please.
I spend a lot of Shelley's money.
Well, Shelley...
Think about the Christmas tree on top of our building. Whose idea was that?
Shelley, you should attend one of our board meetings. As Tina would say, I keep everybody on task.
On task.
So
maybe you should attend our meetings, Matt. You know, just maybe pop in every once in a while.
I make sure everybody's in order. Janice makes sure everybody acts in an adult manner. Well, that's funny. We accomplish a lot of things. And the sole mission is to advance this community, our small businesses, and help it grow and thrive. So with that, unless Lauren has anything else she'd like to add.
Yeah, I'm going to point out, I barely spend the volunteer center's money. They had to beg me to buy supplies.
Well, that's pretty good. So
oh, I'm getting there.
We're a very frugal organization. That's part of what the board collectively with Mary Ann has done over the last several years is we've really tightened up the budget and the expenses, and I don't think we can squeeze another dime out of what we have to spend on existing. So it's really about the funding side with memberships and events. So with that, unless anybody from the floor has anything to say, we're going to continue with the raffles, and then we'll conclude, have a few drinks, whatever you want to do. Anything from the floor? Anyone? Perfect. All right. All right. Next prize up is my totally unbiased opinion about the greatest bank in existence in the Baldwinsville community. None other than Seneca Savings, represented today by Janice McDonough and Angelo, the commercial lending. Oh, I'm Mary Ann. I mentioned that earlier. How did I forget you work there now? Yeah, sorry. You just always have the chamber hat on to me, so. All right. So here we go. We got a nice plush blanket. Looks great to curl up and watch your favorite show with a glass of wine. And a Bluetooth Christmas ornament. Oh, I didn't even catch that. It's Bluetooth, so you can connect this to your smartphone or other device and play Christmas music from your ornament. That's crazy.
Excuse me, this is a little too tall to me, Matthew. $5.99.
Ooh.
What? $5.99.
This one wasn't rigged. I have many accounts there.
Did you get it?
599. Awesome.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Now you have a Bluetooth ornament.
Now I have a delightful blanket. If anybody would like to hear inappropriate things on my Bluetooth ornament, please come over.
It'll be in the office tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
My ornament plays many sounds. No, that's really cool. We have this gigantic Christmas tree. My wife will love it.
Okay.
All right, next up, we'll give away the car care cleaning kit, towels, sponges, wax, shampoo, you name it. Half-empty bottle of water. That's not actually part of the prize. In lieu of COVID, we won't make anybody drink from that.
Go down where I got your
Oh,
arms.
sorry.
513.
Perfect. You have kids that can use this to wash your cars, right?
For what?
Thank you. Where's the half-drinking bottle of water?
You can have that if you like. Let me just verify it.
Oh my gosh, it's right there.
All right, just gotta make sure, you know. Those board members.
Are you gonna wrap it for June for Christmas?
Yeah, really.
I'd like to present this to Melanie. Melanie, get your shift together. That's what it says. I didn't make that up.
Don't know what to say.
She's verklempt.
Don't say anything. There's way too much talking going
You need
on.
to get it out a little bit more, Mel. You need to get out.
I know. Oh look, Marianne's on TV.
The final $100 timeless tattoo gift certificate, which requires you to get the chamber logo or be local tattooed on your body.
Okay, you can get the volunteer center logo.
Yes, we'll make an exception for the volunteer center.
But let me post it right here.
446. Perfect, there you go. Beautiful. Awesome. Again, thank you to Kyle Gloria, the owner of Timeless Tattoo, for 3 of those $100 gift certificates. If you don't know, Kyle is the absolute top of the top tattoo artist in, I'd say, in the state or the country or the region. He's won so many awards. So he's a phenomenal artist to have right here in our own backyard. And we got one item left.
This is beautiful, by the way.
This beautiful Ballsville Volunteer Center raffle, which includes a pillow, Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and a soy candle. A Baldwinsville pillow.
Now, 520.
520.
I think that's Shelly.
You must have bought lots of
Can I
tickets.
have the pillow for my office?
For the person who was always promoting Beeville.
Yes.
For those who don't know, Shelly owns all sorts of things. I can't even keep track. She's a realtor by trade, but she runs Heart Home Community. She does nothing but try to promote our local businesses, community in general, events, etc., etc. You've probably seen her videos online with all sorts of people, including the mayor and town supervisors and Chief Leffencheck and you name it. So
And Matt has been on a couple of
I've been on it.
And the
Nobody-
chamber. And the chamber.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nobody watched mine, but thank you for what you do in the community and enjoy your lovely gift basket.
The one on 50 cents?
All right, with that, that more or less concludes our 50th anniversary. Oh, sorry.
One quick announcement, Mr. and Mrs. Bush donated their $100 gift certificate to me, which I cannot get tattoos because I pass out. But yesterday I had a friend diagnosed with breast cancer, and I'm going to give it to her. So when she beats cancer, she can get her tattoo to designate when she beat breast cancer. So.
Thank you, Bushes and Tina. That's an awesome way to pay tribute to Frank. So.
I did text her too. She does not pass out getting text.
So with that, I think we're just about done here unless anybody has any comments, concerns about the chamber. If you have concerns, talk to Lauren. If you have comments, talk to me.
Concerns to the president.
And make sure you have a slider, grab a cupcake, continue to enjoy. Thank you.
I got to be very serious. I have no care. He did not want to be in the and our she had kids, it was like no big deal. Our kids, brother, kids and now out in New York City.
And I was terrified. For a lot of reasons. I don't know.
You know, whatever. But too, because we started probably meeting plans sooner. Christmas is not a great time for me, so it just, I should have said no to begin with. And then not being able to get the cups that, you know, when I saw them, I just didn't have the combination of things like that. I mean, I looked at the store, but
Feel like you're gonna have a good night.
yes, and we have a charging station there now too. A charging station, car charging. Do 2 cars, yeah.
nice suggestion. I'll let Randy know we spoke, we gave me all kinds of dirt on him.
Oh, yeah.
What his life as a brother.
Oh, yeah. Whatever you gotta do.